Ooh, some good coffee. Tasty. Tastes like sweet Sunday morning. Monday morning. Feels like a Sunday though.
Live.
Feels like Sunday. But it's Monday. Probably because it's a holiday. Oh, we live?
Live.
We live? You sure?
Yeah, we live. Yeah, we dropped the ball in the intro this time around.
It was technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
we
it's
should
all
hire a
because of
tech
David.
expert.
It's all because of David.
Yeah, Robin. It's just you just like blaming me. That's what I've come to the realization.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, what is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to Sin City Crypto. It's your co-host here, David. I am once again coming at you live from my home in Sin City, Nevada. Donnie and Robin are in our studio in Vegas. This is our live show. Welcome. If you're new here, say hello. We'd love to give you a shout out. Welcome to the channel. Before we get into the content, quick disclaimer. We are not financial advisors. Please do your own research. With that being said, let me introduce you to my co-host, your co-host, Big Rob. What's up?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information, and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, quick shout-out to Global Media. They help broadcast us out to other channels than just YouTube. And then here, we don't just do live streams. We also do deep dives. This the live stream, though. Check out the deep dives. And then we a young, growing channel. We brand new, baby. Well, not brand new, but we pretty new. And here, if you ain't liked the video yet, how many likes we got on the video already?
2, 3.
3. Yeah, sad. Apparently, y'all ain't liking the video. What's wrong with y'all? And then,
What's wrong?
if you ain't subscribed yet, the hell wrong with you? And then here, if you could also hit that notification bell, we really appreciate it. Now, markets are dumping, and I ain't happy. Are you happy, David?
You know what? I don't mind it. You know why?
You don't mind it?
BTFD, baby. Buy the effing dip. I say this all the time. If you're freaking out when there's a market pullback or the market dips, you are not in crypto for the right reasons. You should be looking at this like a Black Friday sale. Day after Thanksgiving, everything's on sale. Go ahead and buy it up. Not financial advice, but that's what I've been doing.
I love some turkey. I love turkey, bro. Just letting you know that.
Here we go.
Okay, we know that.
Turkey.
We already know. So Bitcoin is down at 37.7. So we got under 40. We got under 38. So where's the next stop? Next stop is between 32 and 34,000. Will we get there? Robin, what do you think? Where we get to 32, 34,000 today?
32 to 34,000?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, because you're not here. I got to pull up the charts. I got to pull up the CoinMarketCap on my phone here. So, man, I can't do this this white mode, bro. The thing hurts my eyeballs. Dark mode. Initiated. There we go. All right, so what was your question?
Do you think we'll see Bitcoin get to that $32,000 to $34,000 support range?
Okay,
now that
so
we've broken under 38.
there's a lot going on right now. If you didn't already know, here, at least in America, we have President's Day, national holiday. With national holiday means that the stock market is closed. And we've had a lot transpire over the weekend. We've had Biden coming out with a presser basically saying, hey, Ukraine is about to get invaded. Russia is gonna attack, and he's claiming, whether or not you want to look at this as fake news or media, you can't discount the fact that the president of the United States is going all in on this narrative that they're going to invade Ukraine. And in doing so, it is tanking the markets, the stock market particularly, but also cryptocurrency. But a lot of this has grown more than what it was when we closed stock market on Friday. And we know that whenever there's a big move in the stock market, it generally pushes crypto in that same direction or nudges it. And so my sentiment right now, what I think is going to happen, I think opening up tomorrow morning when the stock market opens up, I think there's going to be a huge sell-off. You got to keep in mind that, Russia is a huge integral part of the global economy, and they have this crazy package of sanctions that they're going to unleash on Russia. supposedly, if they attack. So if they do invade, they're talking about basically not letting Russia use the euro or the dollar. So I don't know what the hell currency you're going to use when transacting abroad with international trade. Obviously, Russia and Ukraine are big players in oil, and all the oil prices are set in dollars. So for me, I think come tomorrow, stock market opens, the prices are going to dump, and then I think it's going to take cryptocurrency with it. And so when you say 32 to 34,000, absolutely. If I had to drop a percentage on it, I'd say there's probably a 75% likelihood that we're going to see a sub 35K Bitcoin tomorrow. If not today. I mean, the prices are already kind of in the dumps right now. So I'm just happy I got my coffee this morning. And I'm also disappointed in my co-host not being here. So.
You know what, Robin? You're always looking for excuses. You're always looking for reasons to blame me. Well, but it's okay. I can handle it. So let me give you a hypothetical scenario. You got Bitcoin at 28,000. You got Ethereum at 2,000. What are you buying first?
Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to say, at least next week and probably the next 2 weeks, I don't see a sub $30,000 Bitcoin. I just want to go ahead and just say that. I know you're giving me a hypothetical, but I just realistically don't see that happening. If it does trade at under 30,000, I think it's going to bounce right back within hours. So, but back to your hypothetical question: $28,000 Bitcoin, and what was Ethereum? You said
2,000
minus 2,000.
Sub 2,000.
I am definitely. You're asking if I'm going to buy?
If you're looking at $28,000 Bitcoin or let's say $1,900 Ethereum, what are you buying first? I'm
going to go Ethereum all day.
Yeah, me too.
Now, I'm not going to see, here's my thing. I will not exit my position on Bitcoin. My Bitcoin is like my 401k. So for me, I just slowly add to it. So just like you might receive your paycheck and you are allocating 5-10% or whatever it is to your retirement, that's how I look at Bitcoin. So I don't necessarily buy the dips on Bitcoin. I just dollar cost average into that. So, X amount of money once a month goes into Bitcoin, all said and done. When I go to buy dips, because altcoins tend to move a little bit more volatile. So when you get a big dip in an altcoin, usually you get a big recovery, bigger profits. So that's where when I have my cash on the side, I'm going in alts. I don't even touch Bitcoin. But I'm not saying that I'm not buying Bitcoin. I just don't buy Bitcoin in the dips. So if Bitcoin hits 28,000, cool, that's great. That just means everything else is on massive discount fire sale, and that's where I'm going to go. So doesn't mean I don't invest in Bitcoin. Doesn't mean I'm not planning on it. But yeah, I'm going to be picking up some Ethereum. More or less, man, I'm going to be picking up some XRP, Cardano, Avalanche. Those are the projects I'm eyeballing right now.
Cardano,
dude, I'm telling you,
92 cents.
I'm preparing to pull the trigger on Cardano when it hits 88 cents. So I'm gonna try to do multiple buys. So I'm thinking tomorrow I'll probably find Cardano at 88 cents. I'll probably pick up maybe 30% of what I'm trying to grab there, and then I'm gonna see what the sentiment of the market is. It looks like if it drops even lower, I'll pick some more. I can get it under 80 cents. I'll probably, if I see it under 80 cents, I'm just gonna pull the trigger on the rest of my side cash I have for Cardano. So I'm eyeballing 88 cents. If it goes under 80 cents, pretty much my big Cardano fund is gonna pull the trigger on that one. So
what if it goes under 60 cents? Are you selling your house?
No. Okay, we joke, all joking aside, you only want to spend, you only want to invest what you're willing to lose. You do have to think about this. We're still in a bear market. I mean, we had a recovery, but that is very indicative of what happens when you're coming down from a bull market. So we've had lower lows, lower highs, and then we had one big retracement where we traded up for about a week and a half, and then now we're on the way down again. And seems like there's no end in sight. You also have Biden is coming out with the executive order this week. So here's the way I look at the executive order. That will not pump up cryptocurrency in any way. They're not going to announce cryptocurrency as legal tender. They're not going to announce all of a sudden everything is legal, and you know, they're not going to come out with any bullish news. So basically you're bracing for worst case scenario, and then you're thinking, you know, hopefully it's just some people in position to lay out the groundwork for regulation. That's the best case scenario, where it's just like, okay, they're making progress on regulation, but they're not like blowing up the system. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen. So that's happening. You got the stock market's going to open tomorrow. I'm telling you, watch out. When that thing opens up, watch out. And then you got the Ukraine-Russia thing. Like, how's that going to play out? We got what's going on in Canada. We got all kinds of hacks. There's a lot of negativity in crypto right now. Same time, there's a lot of bullish news. So it's not all bad. It's not all doom and gloom.
It's typical. It's typical for bear markets, right? We'll go into a prolonged bear market. Prices start dipping, and you see FUD coming from the left, from the right, from the ceiling, from the ground, diagonally. People who are against crypto will use bear markets or big pullbacks in the market, whether it's related to what's going on in the outside world or whether it's actual cryptocurrency, people aren't using it or investing in it. They'll group it all into one and say, oh no, crypto's bad, crypto's going to zero, Bitcoin is not a real store of value, blah, 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 blah. So again, don't listen to what these pundits are saying and these experts. Follow the money. Where's the money going? Where are these large corporations investing their money? What are they hiring for? What positions are open? So if you do that, base your research on that, not on someone's opinion because they're an expert, which we know they're not. You have people that are saying, oh, crypto's a venereal disease. Oh, crypto's not going to last. And bam, we hit 70K just 4 or 5 months ago. So that would be my recommendation to you. Don't freak out. Bear markets are not always bad. It's a chance for you to load up your bags. It's a chance for the solid projects to distance themselves from the pretenders. And at the end of the bear market, you will see what projects and what companies stay around, made it through the bear market. Those are going to be the ones that drive the next bull run. So
yeah,
that's my take.
It's not even, it's just a shift in your strategy. That's literally all it is. During the bull market, it's time to take profits and also invest in riskier assets, because those are the ones that tend to grow. The riskier assets, the smaller projects, tend to pump and grow in the bull market. You can look at Doge and Shiba Inu as an example. These projects just massively exploded, but before they exploded, every expert and every person was telling you, hey, this is really risky. And you can see the profitability when it comes to riskier assets during the bull market. So your strategy when you're in a bull market is, hey, find some gems, allocate a little bit of your portfolio into them. So that way, if they pop off, you make some massive gains. And then if you're up 5, 10, 20x, 100x on an investment, time to take some profits. Now your mentality should shift. This is when things are different. Now you don't want to go into the riskier assets. You want to stick into the more stable projects, and it's time to buy, not time to sell. So you know what? If you find yourself in a pinch and you need some cash and you overinvested, it just shows you that you need to plan out a little bit better. You need to invest only what you're willing to lose, because if you're cashing out when your price is down and you're at a loss, you didn't plan out right. You didn't have money management in the forefront. You just kind of FOMO'd in. So basically, now's the time to buy. This is where you make the money. And people that are here watching YouTube, people that are watching videos, people that are educating themselves, and people that are buying at this moment are the people that are going to be driving Lambos. Those are people that are going to be paying off their house. Those are people that are going to be at work when other people are talking about, oh man, I invested in this. We're like, cool, yeah, I got that. I got in there last year when it was.
Hey, Robin.
What's up?
Speaking of FOMO, is there one project that you remember FOMOing into that you regret?
Did I regret?
Yeah. I'll start. I have one. There was this project called Card Starter. Okay. So when it first came out, it was the first launch pad for Cardano. And it was also very unique in that it had an insurance fund to where if investors invested in new up-and-coming projects that were launching on Cardano, ICO specifically, or IDOs, then if for some reason it ended up being a rug pull or it tanked, you would get your money back from this insurance fund. So didn't do as much research as I typically do when I invest in a new project. I FOMO'd in. I got in at like $62 and now it's sitting at $2. I ended up selling majority of my bag at $20. Took a big L on that. So that's one project that I FOMO'd into.
Here's the thing. So you referenced that they had. So I'm familiar with the project as well. Now, when you reference that a project does this or that, I mean, it's like this. Okay, let's just say you said they have an insurance policy for whatever. Now you got to remember they're not backed by anybody. Nobody can hold them accountable. So let's just say something gets rug pulled, and what happens if they don't give anybody any money? Who holds them accountable? You get what I'm saying?
The investors should.
You should. You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm getting at. And when you hear about these utilities and you hear about, oh, this project does that, that's kind of why I get so irritated when it comes to like Shiba Inu, when people are talking about, oh, this utility, I'm like, okay, cool, but how does that help the real world? Who's holding them accountable? And that's just where I'm at. Like for me, I like to see the use case, the community, and it actually being in production. And so if somebody, I don't care about promises. I don't care about somebody saying they're the fastest blockchain. I don't care about somebody saying, oh, this is our vision and this is what we're going to do and this is what we stand for. Because you know what? When the money's gone and the in the founding team invested X amount of money and now they're in the negative, people will do some shady crap. People will start pulling money. People will be like, all right, well, I you know what? I bought a new house because I had X amount of money in my bank account via, or X amount of money in tokens. Now I can barely pay, if I don't sell a big ass chunk of my tokens, I can't live. And that's how these things snowball and get out of control. And that's how projects close. You got to remember all these projects. So in the last bull run, so in 2017, you had all of these different altcoins, thousands of them, thousands of ICOs. And you know what? I would probably say 90% of them had a good vision. They had a good roadmap, and they also had like strong fundamentals. Like people had good intentions. But here's the thing: it doesn't matter. Like you could go and start a job. Let's say you start a job. You could like the job. You could think it's a great job, and you could be all in, and you could be telling all your friends about it. Like, hey, I got this badass job. It's amazing. But then what happens if they cut your pay? What happens if you go in making $80,000, all of a sudden they're like, hey, business is slow. We can only pay you $40,000. If it ain't enough for you, you're going to quit.
Yeah.
And it's the same with these projects. And that's why they're risky. And, they could have great team, great fundamentals, great vision, great product. But if the founding team all of a sudden goes from a $10 million valuation to $500,000, bruh.
Yeah.
Good luck keeping that around for 2 years. Good luck paying everybody. And so that's why I'm so I don't care about how good the project is. I don't care. I don't give a fuck how like amazing their fundamentals are and what it is. If it's a tiny project, it's got no liquidity, and you could sit here and tell me, well, they're going to burn this and they're going to do that. Like, I don't care. It's still a risky project. Doesn't matter how good the team is. Good luck paying bills for 2.5 years through a bear market. Good luck. And the projects that do go through those bear markets and they come back, those are the projects I'm into. Because I'm like, yo, Shit hit the fan. Y'all lost everything, and you stuck through it, and you're back. So those are the projects. So when people come up to me and they're like, "Hey, we got this new," I'm like, I ain't got time for that, man. I don't got time for that. I'm investing in my future. I'm investing in this technology, and I could care less about these small projects. And
What
it
about
says,
Baby
and I'm looking at all these small projects that I got into, that I also got out of when I found an entry and an exit point. All of these projects, they're all way down. Ain't not a single one of them that I exited above where I was when I got in.
What about Baby Doge?
Yeah, Baby Doge. Anyways, hey, you know
like
what? We
Baby
forgot
Doge?
to give a shout out to the chat. So let's just give it a rundown. We got Angie, Olga, Eddie, Garrett, Chef in there, and then Nick, and James Russell as well.
Chef.
Welcome, everybody.
Chef, will you confirm that you received your $100 in Bitcoin, please? When you have a second.
Yeah.
Break. Thank you.
$100.
Also, in the chat, James said he picked up some Avalanche, Polkadot, Cardano. Garrett said he picked up BNB. Let us know what you guys picked up or what you plan on picking up at these current prices. So for me, I'm always eyeing Ethereum just because I do a lot of NFTs and I believe Ethereum long term is gonna be the top layer one. But BNB is another great buy. Cardano is another great buy. Polkadot. So those are kind of the few that I'm eyeballing at current prices. Cosmos is another one I'm eyeballing. And then Algorand under $1, I think it's like 88 cents or 89 cents. So that's another good one. So let us know in the chat. What are you guys eyeballing? What are you guys buying? Interested to know. All right, let us move. All right, Chef just confirmed 100 BTC. Thanks, player. You're welcome, my friend. Congratulations, Chef.
We sent him 100 BTC. Damn.
Wait, what?
What's the value on 100 BTC?
3 million. 3.8 million. No, $100. Anyways, let's get into our very first segment, the hot take. Fuego.
It's hot.
So for today, our hot take is: should government officials be able to invest in crypto? Start off with David.
Should government officials be able to invest in crypto? So we actually have an article talking about this. Well, not all government officials, but the senior ones. But as far as the majority of government officials, I think they should. For one, I don't think a total ban on crypto is coming. And then for two, these government officials, especially the ones that are writing and voting in laws, I don't think you can't just go after, let's say, just Ethereum or just Bitcoin. It's got to be an entire sector. So I feel like with stocks, there's certain rules and regulations you can pass that can affect a specific stock or a specific company. You can't really do that with cryptocurrency. So I believe as long as obviously everything is disclosed to the public, I don't see a problem with that. Especially if cryptocurrencies are going to start being maybe not legal tender in the country, but accepted as certain merchants that you can buy goods and products and services with cryptocurrency. So I don't see a problem with that. Just the same way these stocks, I think it's better if they do crypto versus stocks because of everything I just said before. But that's just my take on it. Robin, what do you think?
I'm wondering, is that a dog in the background you got over there? What's going on?
Yeah, my dog going ham.
All right. Okay. I see what you're saying, and that actually makes sense. Now,
Thomas.
look, hear this fool. Everything good over there?
We good.
You daddy daycare or what? What's up?
My wife, she's graduating tomorrow from school, and the kids didn't have school today, so couldn't find a babysitter. Here I am, daddy duties, but still doing sensitive crypto, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, so I kind of I see what you're saying. I kind of agree with you. I'm gonna pivot though, but if cryptocurrency becomes legal tender and it can be spent in the same way that you can spend cash, then obviously you don't really you can't ban or withhold people in government from using cash. So when crypto gets to that level, then yeah, I absolutely agree. However, that's not where we're at. And where we're at is that we have these vague blanket laws, not even blanket law. You basically got vague regulation. You got different branches of government regulating cryptocurrency in different ways, and they're not regulating it by laws. They're just basically applying rules that other institutions like stock market and things like that are using, and they're just throwing that into crypto. And right now, we all recognize that there's going to be regulation, laws, oversight, different departments overseeing different parts of crypto. And if you own crypto, and you know what, if you own stocks as well, if you own any of this stuff and you're the one making the laws and passing regulation, it absolutely is going to be a conflict of interest owning assets. So
they should just not hold any assets then? No investment?
Well,
no
here's
nothing?
the thing. I don't think they should hold stocks. Okay, if you're going to pass a law, if you're passing laws and you're passing regulations on that the laws that you pass, you know, if that affects directly into the market, then obviously it's a conflict of interest. If I'm holding a stock in an oil company and I have a decision in front of me where literally it's you pass the law, or say you give it a check mark, you say yay, and you know the price of oil is going to go up, and you say nay, you know the price of oil is going to go down, and you own a bunch of oil stocks, then obviously your decision is affected. And you can't tell me otherwise. And it's going to be the same if you have crypto. Now, if you own crypto and you're going to pass a law or regulation, it's going to be the same thing. And what happens if it's regarding an altcoin and they're invested in a small altcoin and they're curious whether I should pass the regulation or not? I'm just saying it's a conflict of interest. I don't think they should, bro. And you know what? Maybe when it becomes legal tender, you ease the restrictions, but I don't think the people in office should hold stocks because they pass regulation on that go into the companies of America. And I also think they shouldn't hold cryptocurrency because there's no laws and there's no regulations right now. And so when the laws and regulations come to fruition, if they're holding crypto, it's going to be a conflict of interest. That's just the way I look at it. So,
fair enough. All right, let's move on to our next segment, our talking points, the chitta chatter.
First article we have here, XRP is not a security, says ex-CFTC chairman. In an interview with Charlie Gasperin, ex-CFTC chairman Chris Giancarlo discussed the landmark legal battle.
Giancarlo.
To the question, why is the SEC so adamant about XRP being security when you believe it is not? Chris replied, stating, before SEC launched its enforcement action against XRP and Ripple, I penned on opt-in, which we applied the same approach we would have taken when I was at the CFTC. We analyzed XRP token under the Howey test, and we came to the conclusion that in 2020 article that it wasn't a security. And I stand behind that article today, he also added. Another thing is in here. In my book, I talk about our analysis and our work with the SEC in 2019 when I was chief of the CFTC and Jay Clayton was at the SEC, and we came to the conclusion that XRP is not a security. Chris Giancarlo replied. And if SEC wins the case, does SEC Chief Gensler have to go back in time and basically consider Ether a security? Charlie also added. So the analogy is certainly that after the result of the case, it will be challenging for the way Ethereum is considered.
I'm just curious. Did you call him Chris Giancarlo? Chris Giant Carlo. Let's go. That's a badass name, bro.
Guys, you have to
Giant.
put some finesse into the Italian names, guys.
Yeah.
All right, Giancarlo.
I like
Giancarlo.
Giant Carlo. Giant Carlo is definitely
I'm sorry, I don't have
Outfit.
all these different accents like you, David.
It's okay, buddy.
Here's a question.
L58
Are
is
we
back in the chat.
are we using that Starbucks coffee?
Yes.
Oh, I was like, man, this tastes awful, bro.
That's all we got, buddy.
Bro, you should have told me I would have brought some good coffee in. With Stereo 2. Where's Stereo 2? It's Stereo 2, man. We still waiting on that coffee, man.
Where's DFib?
DFib. All right, putting out an APV on DFib.
APB with a B like a boy.
I said
not
B,
V.
bro. I said B.
You
Get
said
out of here, bro.
B. Oh, God. Okay, so this is interesting to me, right? So the previous administration at the SEC and at the CFTC just flat out said XRP is not a security. Then you have the next administration coming in with Gary Gensler saying that it is a security. So to me, this is bullish for XRP. Here's the thing that's interesting, though. What if XRP does lose? The very last thing Donnie read was now will they have to go back to Ethereum and consider that a security as well? That would be terrible. So what I'm trying to say is XRP, you better win this damn lawsuit.
They've already classified Bitcoin and Ethereum as commodities. It's already done. So like at this point, you can't go back. So what they're just saying is they're referencing that there's really no difference on the initial coin release from how Ethereum went about it and how XRP went about it. There's no difference. They had an ICO. The founders kept X amount of tokens and they sold the rest. And it's the same thing that Ethereum did, that XRP did, but yet Ethereum's classified as a commodity. If you're not sure what a commodity is, it's just a commodity like gold. So basically, they're just saying that it's a material good, basically. And so, yeah, man. I mean, what else? Who else can validate it? You have the former SEC commissioner basically saying, "Hey, XRP came across my desk. He came across Ripple Labs and their token XRP. This came across my desk when I was in office, and I was the SEC chairman, and I made a decision at the time. It's not a security. So it's already been agreed upon by the SEC. It's not a security. And yet, lo and behold, new people come in office and they want to pull up some crap that happened in 2012. But here's the thing. This has already happened. It's already come to fruition. It's already passed. It's already been looked at. It's already been vetted. And then now you want to come out in 2020, 8 years later, and be like, hey, nah, that was illegal. Like, nah, your boy's already, you know what I mean? That's like facing a charge for a crime. Think about it. Imagine you have a crime. Let's say you get a ticket for speeding. You get pulled over, and you talk to the cop. You're like, hey, nah, it was I wasn't speeding. Whatever. He looks it over. He's like, you know what? You're right. You weren't speeding. Could you imagine if 6 years later another cop comes in? Hey, remember when we pulled you over 6 years ago? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, how stupid does that sound? How stupid does that sound? This is literally what frustrates me, bro. And that's why I have no doubt in my mind that XRP is not going to come out of this lawsuit with a favorable outcome. And
you think they're not going to have a favorable outcome?
No, I'm saying there's no way they're not going to. There's no way. There's no way that. Okay, well, I mean, you know what? I'll pause the brakes there. In my opinion, I think there's no way. But you know what? The SEC, they're a branch of the government,
you never know, man.
And they're getting ruled on by another branch of the government. So you never know. There could be favoritism there, could be some backdoor deals, some handshakes, some things going on, favoritism. Who knows? It's a corrupt system. Yeah. We all see it. How corrupt it is, that's up for you to decide. But our government is corrupt. Do not think for a second that everything is fair and ethical with the government. It's not. It just depends on how dirty do you think things really are. I don't think the SEC has too much influence on this case. So in my opinion, I think it's going to be very favorable. I think XRP is going to be fine. We have an XRP article coming up too as well. Or do we have another article or is that was it? Oh, we got an XRP. We have a SEC article with the big.
Yeah, I was going to say this is the only XRP article.
Yeah, no. We have another SEC article. That's what it is. So.
You made a good point, Robin, about something's already been settled, going back years, and saying, well, no, we want to reopen the case. Like, come on, look at the facts. Anyways, let's move on to our next article. Donnie, what do we got next?
We got some OpenSea news. OpenSea CEO dismisses $200 million hack rumor, claims incident was a phishing attack. Huh. OpenSea co-founder and CEO Devin Feinzer has denied rumors that the non-fungible token NFT marketplace code base was breached and that attackers had stolen $200 million. According to Feinzer, an investigation had shown that the attacker had $1.7 million worth of Ethereum in his wallet by leveraging a phishing scheme. He goes on to tweet that there's a flaw. He claims the flaw in their code led to one of the largest NFT exploits ever in history. So he goes on and tweets, OpenSea is now lying and claiming the exploit was actually just phishing emails people were receiving. This is 100% not true, but rather a flaw in their code, which led to one of the largest NFT exploits in history. The attacker doesn't appear to be active at this point. We haven't seen any malicious activity from the attacker's account in 2 hours. Some of the NFTs have been returned.
All right. So he's taking a 2-hour break, guys. 2 hours. All right.
Literally.
Everything's we good. He's
good. He's on a union break.
He's out for a long lunch. Everybody settle down. Keep your NFTs where they are. Sign everything and release the NFTs. We are good. Smooth sailing here, guys.
Here's my 2 cents on this. Right, let me go first on this one. So you have the community saying that it was an exploit in their code. You have OpenSea officials saying that no, it was a phishing scam. And if you're not sure what a phishing scam is, it's when people will send you text or email to try to get you to go click on a link, connect your wallet, and then they steal your money that way. Is it a coincidence that OpenSea migrated to a new contract that solved the issue they had earlier that saw someone's Bored Ape get sold for 0.7 ETH instead of 70 ETH because they forgot to remove the listing? So they created a new contract. They migrated over to that new contract literally a few days ago. And now this happens, so we're supposed to think this is all a coincidence. This is all a PR move from OpenSea to not bring, because you got Rarible, you got LooksRare that are creeping up on them, taking market share away from OpenSea, and then this happens. So obviously, it's a PR move. I'm going to side with the Twitter people, the people that, like, I'm telling you, the people that are in the investors that are in the blockchain industry, they are freaking smart, man. You cannot lie to these people. You cannot hide behind your computer from these people. Like, they will literally dox you till the death. And look what they did. The guy went in there on the tweet that Donnie read. He found a backdoor, a flaw in the actual code of the contract. And of course, the CEO of OpenSea comes out and says, nope, it was a phishing attack, essentially placing the blame on the consumer. Because a phishing attack can't happen if you're not clicking on these emails or getting phished. So that's my 2 cents on that. Robin?
Well, I mean, even if it is a phishing attack, just first of all, be careful. In case if you guys are new to using MetaMask, I think this is more of a MetaMask issue than anything else. At least the exploit has happened through MetaMask. Regardless of what wallet you're using, just know that when you click a link to connect your wallet and give somebody permission, that it is pretty much the same. It is not pretty much. It is the same as you giving them your seed phrase. So just remember that. You can have the QR code on your phone. Like, so let's just say, for example, you want to pull up MetaMask on a new computer. Okay, so you're like, you got a new laptop. You go to pull it up, and you go to connect your wallet. You can either connect your wallet by using your seed phrase, or you could scan the QR code. If you scan the QR code into your laptop, then it'll pull up the wallet that way. Basically, the QR code is your seed phrase. So you have the QR code, you have your seed phrase, and you also have the link. The link will also pull up your seed phrase and link your wallet. So the same way that you can link it, so you get the same exact thing. You get the new laptop, you try to pull it up there, you have the link to migrate your MetaMask, same thing. So just be aware that anytime you have anything that requires a wallet, you need to make sure you don't click on anything unless you absolutely know for sure, 100%, you're in the right department.
First, guys, of all, it could be as small as one letter missing from the website. Double check, triple check. Trust me.
Just do this. Yeah. Just do this. Don't click on anything that gets sent to you. Just
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Easy. Yes, Robin.
Anything that comes your direction, don't click it.
Don't click it.
Don't click it. And then
Robin's 100% right.
Say you're trying to connect your wallet to something else. So let's just say, so the way this OpenSea thing happened was that they upgraded from one system to the other, and that, okay, so theoretically they went from one system to the other, and the way this phishing attack worked, whether it's not a phishing attack or not, is that you're supposed to connect your wallet to the new version. If that's what you believe and you think that's what you need to do, don't click on anything that comes your way. Go to OpenSea, and then you initiate it from their website, because it's never going to be one direction. It's not going to be like, oh, I can't log into it unless I click on the link they gave me. That's not how it works. Anything that comes your way, you can do it the other direction. You get what I'm saying? Like if you want to all of a sudden use Coinbase Vault, for example, you want to use the wallet service of the Coinbase Vault. If you want to use it, you can log into Coinbase and access the vault there. But if you get an email that says, oh, use Coinbase Vault, if you want to use that, cool, read the email. Okay, that's a cool thing. But don't click on anything on that email. Go to Coinbase and then log in that way. That's probably the number one thing you can do with these wallets. So just proceed with caution. OpenSea, a lot of bad press, man. They've had
Robin,
they've had so many issues. They've had so many issues in the last. You want to talk about Solana going down all the time? Like you want to, and nobody's giving crap to OpenSea. You know what? It is one after another. Every single week, I do nothing besides read the articles. And every single week, there's another hack. There's another stolen NFT. There's another backdoor. There's another freaking PR release regarding somebody losing Ethereum, some kind of transaction issue. You know what? It's getting a little out of control at this point. And you know what? There is competition on the horizon. So straighten up, or you're going to lose your business. It's simple as that. And you know what? There's supposed to be a decentralized exchange. Not very decentralized. That's all I'm saying, because they're changing stuff. You know what I mean? Everything that I've read so many articles about them. Not at all decentralized. Not at all. They're basically a website that connects to the Ethereum network. Blockchain. That's it. That's literally all they are. They're a website, and they decide what goes on and off. And then they just buy and sell and transact on the Ethereum network. It'd be the same as me opening up a website and then listing your NFTs and then buying and selling them myself on the Ethereum blockchain. So don't think that they're Ethereum. They're not. They're not. They're not even a DApp. They're not even a DApp. They're a website that lets you buy and sell Ethereum based NFTs. That's all it is.
And, before we move on to the next article, Robin really hit the nail on the head. Literally, if all you do is just don't click on any links you get sent, you'll get rid of 90% of scams that happen, 95% of scams. Keep that in mind. All right, Donnie, what we got next?
Fed senior officials will soon not be allowed to trade crypto, stocks, and bonds.
Okay.
The Federal Open Market Committee, or FOMC, has approved rules that would ban senior officials at the Federal Reserve from
Pull the article.
purchasing and holding.
Article.
Oh, it's there. Oh, no. Sorry, my bad. Purchasing and holding crypto and other investments. Starting May 1, would have 1 year to dispose of all impermissible holdings, while new officials would have 6 months to do so. Fed senior officials, which include Reserve Bank, first vice presidents and research directors, FOMC staff officers, the system open market account manager and deputy manager, board division directors who regularly attend committee meetings, individuals designated by the Fed chair, and their spouses and children under 18 are, I guess it's not highlighted, but right below it, prohibited from purchasing individual stocks or sector funds, holding investments in individual bonds, agency securities, cryptocurrencies, commodities, or foreign currencies, entering into derivatives, contracts, and engaging in short sales or purchasing securities on margin.
So what are they supposed to invest in? Just real estate?
Well, good. They're the ones that pass regulation on. They're the ones that pass regulation when it comes to money policy.
I get
They
it.
shouldn't
And,
be in stocks. They shouldn't be in crypto. They shouldn't be in anything. Like,
our hot take was government officials. This is geared more towards the higher ranking officers or higher ranking officials at these agencies. To
at
that,
the Fed.
I'll
It's not
agree.
agencies. It's literally just the Federal Reserve. They're the people that put money policy. They literally put the policy. They're the ones that set the interest rate. You put the interest rate. Literally, if they decide to increase the interest rate by 1% tomorrow, which they have the power to do so, they crash the market. So the entire stock market will crash. Whether or not, it's some crazy crash, that's to be seen. But literally, if they have a press release tomorrow and say, hey, we're raising interest rate 1%, everything in their portfolio just takes a dump. And you can't be invested in that. I'm not even talking about crypto. They just lumped crypto in there because it's comparable. But literally, I don't understand if you are invested in the stock market and you have your retirement there, you have a big ass portion of your money and part of your life in the stock market. How the hell are you supposed to make a decision on economics when on the back end whatever you decide is going to affect the outcome? Here's the thing.
Right.
We can't be sitting at 0% interest. This is why we have inflation. You use the interest from the money you lend out to balance the budget and to pay down debts. And obviously, inflation is out of control. It's just snowballing. It's a freaking disaster. And you know what? We're about to lose our global reserve status on the dollar. We're going to lose a lot of our GDP. We're obviously getting poorer unless you're a CEO of Amazon. Those people are fine, but the normal people are losing money. And you know what? If the Fed, if Jerome Powell has a crap ton of stocks, he ain't going to want to raise the interest rates. It's a conflict of interest. You can't do what's right for the country if you're going to end up hurting yourself. It's the same thing as like the Bitcoin miners. Like if you own Bitcoin and you're making money off of Bitcoin, why the hell are you going to pass EIP that puts a hurt on your profit line, but it's good for the system?
Right.
As a Bitcoin miner, hey, you know what? Maybe putting a cap on this hash rate might be a good idea. Maybe moving from proof of work to proof of stake might be a good idea. But unfortunately, they'll never pass it because it'll make them lose money. It's the same damn philosophy when you look at the Fed. How the hell are you going to increase interest rates when you own stocks? So it's about time. I don't know why we waited this damn long. We've went over 100 years of American history where the people that pass laws when it comes to our money policy that are intertwined with the stock market 100% are holding stocks. Right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
No, you're right. And it's hard enough trusting these officials to pass laws when you have lobbyists and people trying to put money in their pocket, let alone trying to pass laws that are good for the country, the economy, the people, when they have their own money invested and it could possibly hurt their own money. So I agree with everything Robin said. It's going to happen, apparently, not for at least another few months. We'll see if it actually comes to fruition. All right, let's move on.
But here's the thing. I kind of understand, like, politicians, for example. You know what I mean? Like, I get the argument there. I understand, like, if you're a congresswoman, you're a congressman, you're a mayor of a town, like, that's cool. You want to own stocks? I get it. Might still be a conflict of interest, but whatever. But the people that control the money supply, the people that set the policy that directly affects the stock market, shouldn't own stocks. So at least the people in charge of the Federal Reserve should be blacklisted from trading. And I don't. So I think this is great. Whether or not you'd put that across all of cryptocurrency and all of stocks with the entire government, that's up for discussion. But at least they're doing the right thing by the people by the Fed Reserve. Keep those people out of stocks. They have no business being in there.
And crypto. All right, what do we got next?
Okay, so we have some California news. The dominoes are falling California to considering Bitcoin as legal tender. Go on to say efforts are afoot to make Bitcoin legal tender in Cali in response to currency debasement. There's a tweet here. Ian and Dennis, they're working on a bipartisan effort to legislatively explore Bitcoin as legal tender in the state of California. Now more than ever, it is important for Americans to have money that can be protected from inflation created through monetary debasement. The debasement is an invisible tax on Americans from an unelected board of bankers. They do not accept taxation without representation. This is because the U.S. Constitution, under this law, forbids individual states from designating anything other than gold and silver as their own legal tender. And we got a little quote here. No state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters or marquee, and reprisal. What is that?
Reprisal.
Reprisal. Yeah, there you go.
These are all words from like the 1700s. Seriously.
Emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts, pass any bill of attainder, ex post facto law or law impairing the obligation of contracts, or grant any title of nobility.
So, in a nutshell, it's saying, hey, it's in the Constitution. States cannot do legal tender, basically, essentially. Yeah. But look, even though the states can't do it, at least they're talking about it, right? And if you get enough people that talk about it, eventually the ones that make the decisions are going to be listening, and they're going to actually act upon it. So, and California, if you take California away from the U.S., they are the 7th largest economy in the world. The state of California is. So for them to come out and say and be pro Bitcoin and want to do legal tender, even though they technically can't, the voices are going to get loud enough to the point where the Fed, the government, they're going to have to like sit down and actually consider making Bitcoin or cryptocurrency legal tender. So this is great news. That's kind of my take on this article. Robin?
Whether or not it's going to happen, probably not. That's a long shot. California people, y'all got big dreams. You got big hopes. You got ambition, and I love it. But it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Let's be real. Now, every other cryptocurrency show might be on the side of like, oh my God, California, Bitcoin. Man, get out of here, man. That ain't going to happen. But I like where your head's at. I like the ambition. I like the tenacity. I like tenacity. I got nothing else to say. It's not going to happen. Let's be real.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. But here's the
I
thing.
like the fact that it's being
I like
talked about.
Yeah, I like it. I like the shift in. I like that the powers that be that run political offices understand the positive attributes of cryptocurrency, what it can bring, the change, the possibilities. And you know what? There's nothing stopping an amendment to the Constitution. So if the government really, really wants to adopt cryptocurrency, they could. They could amend the Constitution. And even if they don't amend the Constitution, the Federal Reserve can pass laws themselves that circumvent kind of wording in the Constitution. And, well, the wording's for the states anyway. So basically, if the feds want to make it a legal currency, they could. So I think that's how it's going to come about. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. I think America, because we're the gold standard, because we're the world reserve currency with the dollar, we're going to be the last to adopt it as legal tender. We're going to be the last country to finally give in because we have the most to lose from it, honestly. I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just rip the Band-Aid off now and you embrace and adopt it, yes, it might not be beneficial in the short term, but in the long term, if you become the leader in cryptocurrency and there is a shift globally to using crypto as the everyday transaction, as the gold standard, the Bitcoin standard, if you get behind it now, then, man, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years from now, you're going to be king of the world, baby. You know?
The king of the world. All right.
Why are you dying?
What's up?
So why are you dying over there laughing?
Dude, something funny just like pops in your mind and you just can't help yourself.
He's probably got kids like climbing on the counters back there. He's probably got
my 7-year-old's over here giving me hand signals. He wants a donut. He goes.
He's probably got kids back there with like maple syrup, just like just like squeezing it everywhere. And he's just sitting there, just smiling, like, oh my god.
I just had to know.
Yeah,
he's been laughing for the last minute.
Yeah, no, don't mind me. All right, what do we got next?
SEC news. The SEC gets letter influx over Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF. The U.S. Secretary's Exchange Commission claims that it has received over 200 letters on whether it'll approve the application or not. According to the regulator, most of these letters arrived February. One investor with GBTC, Clay Craven, wrote, "I don't feel I'm being protected by the SEC. It's past time for the SEC to approve the GBTC ETF conversion and stop harming investors in the country by outsourcing capital to foreign countries where spot BTC ETFs are already trading and approved by regulators." So, dude, what you got, Dave? What are you thinking?
That right there, like that quote right there. I don't feel like here. Let me just read that again because it's so important. I don't feel I'm being protected by the SEC. They should approve the ETF conversion and stop harming investors and the country by outsourcing capital to foreign countries where spot ETFs are already trading. So here's what's happening. No, I know, but I'm emphasizing that point because I think it's the most important part of this article, this guy, this investor. Because what people are doing is, okay, the U.S. has no spot ETF, but I want to invest in a spot ETF, so what are you going to do? You're going to go take your money somewhere where they do have a spot ETF. So in turn, you're taking investment money that can go into the U.S., and you're taking it and you're taking those dollars and you're sending them elsewhere. For what reason? You already have a futures ETF. Just do the spot ETF. Enough of this whole is too volatile BS. Have you seen Tesla stock? Have you seen Tesla stock and how volatile it is? Have you seen Amazon and how volatile it is? Google. I can go on and on. So stop with the BS of Bitcoin is too volatile. We can't do a spot ETF. Like, I'm sick of hearing that. You literally don't keep up with what other countries are doing because we know you're not going to get ahead of it. That we know for sure. The U.S. will never be ahead of anything. But at least keep up with them. Like, geez, man, we are the #1 economy in the world. And we're over here behind El Salvador, behind Ukraine, behind Russia. What? Unacceptable. Robin?
Yeah, I don't know why we're still having this conversation. It's getting to a point where, like, enough is enough. Let's just move on with this thing. And the traders are asking for it. The Bitcoin and crypto community is asking for it. The president of the United States is putting in charge, or is putting an executive order in place to regulate cryptocurrency. Like, it is here. Stop trying to say it's too volatile and they're trying to protect people's investments. Like, you're not protecting anybody. It's already here. The second largest contributor to Biden's campaign fund during his last election run was FTX. It was cryptocurrency. They're funding the government. Like,
literally.
And then you sit here and say, like, hey, it's too risky, it's too volatile. Like, well, your damn boss is getting paid in crypto, right? Like,
that's hilarious.
Like, how are you? Hilarious. You're trying to dismiss it like it's play money, like it's a game here, like it ain't something serious. It's a serious investment. People have their life savings in it. It's a serious investment, and you know what? There's companies like Grayscale. That this whole article is about Grayscale. They have billions of dollars in Bitcoin already in their trust fund. And all they're trying to do is convert that into BTC, like in actual like BTC form. It's like the money's already there. They're just converting it over. They obviously know how to custody Bitcoin, so that's not an issue. Right. They obviously know how to trade it because they're already trading it. And Canada has it. Brazil has it. European countries already have it. I don't know which ones, but some of them do. And like, it's here. Stop BSing. You're trying to just push around. And you know what? They opened up the letters. They got over 200 letters from not 200 letters from the public. 200 letters from prominent figures, lawyers, and investors, hedge funds, hedge fund managers. You got big time players communicating with the SEC like, yo, what's the deal? You got the futures BTC already. Why can we trade on the futures and we can't just go buy the damn thing? Like, come on, man. Stupid. Malik, what's up, man? How you doing?
What up? All right, what do we got next?
Canadians withdraw money from banks in astonishing numbers. In brief, Canadians are withdrawing money from banks as the government threatens to freeze accounts without the need for a court order. Lovely.
Yeah.
Canadians are protecting their financial sovereignty. You sure?
That's
we'll run with that. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
In a move planned in advance, Canadians have begun pulling all of their money out of bank accounts. This seems to be a natural reaction to the situation. The government has threatened to freeze bank accounts without the need for a court order.
Is Canada turning into like a dictatorship here? Like, I don't.
You know, it's scary, man. It's really scary. Like, I mean, it just goes to show you, you got your money in a bank account. That ain't your money.
Yeah.
I mean, it is until somebody tells you it's not. It is until somebody tells you it's not. When you piss off the government, they be like, you know what? We're just gonna hold on to this, man. You know, we're gonna. I know that's your savings in life, but we ain't really vibing with your opinions. So we're just gonna shut this thing down. So sorry.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, we're good. However, this is not the most worrying thing. Worse is the plan to add detainees to a misconduct file. Once on it, they will be banned from assessing certain types of employment as well as being deemed as terrorists. This surprisingly places Canada into territory where the concept of democracy seems to be in question. Okay, so Canadians, Bitcoin is an alternative. According to social networks, many Canadians are exchanging their money for Bitcoin. They assume this can protect them against the freezing of their accounts by the government. This is a spectacular use case for Bitcoin. Thanks to one of its most precious characteristics, it can't be confiscated.
That's right.
Due to its design and operation, Bitcoin is a powerful financial tool to true individual economic sovereignty, where no government, company, or institution can control or decentralize its operation.
Yeah, the thing that gets me was that blue highlighted section. So I'll pull that up one more time. Yeah. So the worst is the plan to add detainees to a misconduct file. So basically, you get blacklisted. Once you're on this thing, so basically, if they ain't vibing with your actions, they blacklist you. You're banned from accessing certain types of employment, and you're deemed as a terrorist. So that kind of sucks. Not only do they freeze your account, you're now a terrorist, and good luck getting a job. So that's the world we live in nowadays, and that's pretty damn scary, man. What is going on with Canada, man? You know what? I love my Canadians, man. Y'all are some nice ass people, man. I'm serious, man. Have you ever met a rude Canadian? I have not. I swear to God, y'all are the nicest people. Y'all is like the neighbor that you always wanted, in the neighborhood. Like, nothing but good vibes. And what the hell is going on up there, man? What in the hell? Like, every day I turn on TV.
Talk about government overreach.
Dude, man, like, they're just hijacking people's bank accounts. And you know what? People are seeing it. They're tired of it. And they're moving their money out of the bank accounts, and they're putting it in somewhere that's uncensorable. That good luck taking my money when I got a seed phrase. Yeah. Let's see how that works out.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, look at what cryptocurrency. Like, crypto is not just an asset that you speculate on to make money, trading, selling, but like, this is literally changing people's lives. Imagine there was no Bitcoin. What would these people in Canada do? They would have to settle for whatever the government is doing. But they have an option, and that option is cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. This is one of the many reasons why I love this space so much. It takes the power away from centralized figures like the government and puts it back in the hands of you, of me, our friends, our family. I love it. Let's move on. Let's go ahead and get into this Denver Bronco article. Pretty interesting. And this will kind of be the last article we talk about. Go ahead and pull that up, Donnie.
Dude.
By the Broncos, Dow looking to make $4 billion offer for Denver Broncos NFL team. Man.
You're getting nuts, man.
This is awesome.
The Dow is seeking to buy NFL team, the Denver Broncos, to give fans a shot at part-owning their favorite sports team. The top-flight NFL team, the Denver Broncos, is for sale. A decentralized, autonomous organization, Dow, is looking to raise more than $4 billion to buy the club.
Hold on. Did you say a top flight?
That's up.
All right. I don't know about you guys, but if it wasn't for Peyton Manning, the Broncos would literally be nothing for 30 years since John Elway. So I don't want to hear top flight. Continue.
Yeah,
bro. The Denver Broncos is American staple, bro. They've been around since the inception of the league. They are well respected. Do not crap on the Denver Broncos. I am, of course, a Raiders fan here. Homegrown, Sin City, Las Vegas. What's up, baby? But don't talk crap about the Broncos. Don't try to don't try to poop on their legitimacy, because they are a top flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're
I think
garbage.
who's got more titles? Denver Broncos or Green Bay Packers?
Green Bay Packers.
Think so?
It's a fact.
Oh. Facts, huh? Yeah. That's huge, bro. That's huge. Just think about it. You have basically a crowd-funded cryptocurrency project trying to buy an NFL team. What else do you need to say?
So here's Here's what I thought was interesting in the article. And Donnie, I'm not trying to hijack your article
No,
reading,
go
but
for
I'm going to go ahead and read this.
You did.
Crypto enthusiasts have a political ace in the ace card in the Colorado governor, Jared Polis. If you remember, this guy is very pro crypto. He said that the state would accept Bitcoin and a few other cryptocurrencies as payment to the state for taxes. And he even said, quote, "I would be excited to be part of it myself." He said he would be happy to help the DAO's efforts culminate in success. So you got the freaking governor of the state of Colorado, which if you're not sure, Denver is in Colorado, Denver Broncos, Colorado.
Wow.
And well, we have some people outside of the country, so don't want them to get confused. So this is freaking awesome, dude. Can you imagine a freaking NFL team being run by a DAO, by a bunch of crypto degens like ourselves who are making decisions for the future of a freaking NFL sports team? This is amazing. Robin?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it'll happen. I
don't think so either.
Yeah,
but
the
I think it's a great idea.
NFL. Here's the thing: the NFL is gonna make a decision, and the sport is so popular. There's lots of billionaires that just got tons of money just to throw around, and so there's gonna be a lot of interest for this. So I think a DAO of this nature, I think it's great for large projects that don't have so much interest. So if it was maybe a different sports franchise that didn't have such a big they didn't have so much clout, or maybe in a different sport that didn't have so much viewership, I think it would make a lot more sense, and I think it's more realistic. But I think when you have top down organizations and or billionaires that have teams of people that are trying to buy something, and they basically can go in and negotiate and say, hey, this is what I got to offer. I just find it kind of difficult for a group of people that all have part ownership, basically, to make enough decisions for an organization as complex as a football team in the National Football League. I don't know. That's just where I'm at. I think eventually we'll probably get there. I think maybe in 10, 20 years, when most of the money is found in cryptocurrency, I think when there's a big shift in finances from storing your cash and savings in the traditional fiat system and moving it over to cryptocurrency, and that becomes more of a regular thing, I could see that happening. But right now, I doubt it. But it's a cool idea. I love it, man. I'm glad that people are behind it. I think it kind of pushes the legitimacy of crypto and the power that the community can have when they come together and join forces. And so I'm vibing with it. I think it's cool. And you know what? I hope I'm wrong.
It's just like the Packers, right? They're not owned by a single owner. They're owned by stakeholders. And James fact checked us. Packers have 4 rings. Broncos have 3. What's up? Not a top flight. They're a decent team. Whatever. That's all we got for articles, right? Are we moving on to the market?
Yeah. Starting to run out of time, so let's go ahead and knock this thing out. Market analysis.
Market analysis, baby.
All right, so taking a look at the Bitcoin chart, and then can you just refresh that just in case? Because
we up a little bit.
Oh yeah, we back up to 38,000, baby, to the moon.
The bull market's back. The bull market's back, according to Robin.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Sell everything. Let's go. No. So I think we're gonna be sitting around this $38,000, $37,000, $39,000 range until tomorrow. I'm telling you, 80% chance of showers and 80% chance that the market will take a huge dip tomorrow. The stock market and crypto will go with it. Now, I hope I'm wrong, and I also hope I'm not wrong, because if I'm not wrong, I'm going to be buying a ton of Cardano at 80-something cents. 92-cent Cardano. Look at that, man. Man, look at that.
How could you not buy?
I remember when I was picking up my Cardano at 70, 80 cents. Just loving life, bro. And then now look at it. just a little bit more pricey than it was when it was at 70 cents. And so, great time to buy. I won't go into the project. If you don't know about Cardano, where have you been at in the last year? And great project, great fundamentals, amazing spoken leader, Charles Hoskinson. Dude is really adamant on this project. He's got his own like YouTube channel, basically. Tons of subscribers, really big community. And you know what? They roll out their project in more of a quality based kind of mentality. It's not about rushing and getting it out and TPS. It's about building a project that works and making partnerships. Also, looking back at the chart, we got XRP at 75 cents. This has been the one project that was doing pretty well in this little downturn. They did have the couple memos that are coming out, or that actually they released the memos or made them public. So supposedly more or less in the XRP's favor or Ripple Labs' favor. Now we got Solana moving down the list. Don't forget, Solana was all the way at number 3 earlier this year. Number 4 earlier this year, right behind Binance. And then Terra Luna up 6%. We know that Terra does pretty well during the market downturns. People are stable coining up, preparing for buys and or just selling. So that's why we're up there on that one. And what else we got? We got Doge at 13 cents. The meme coins.
Oh yeah, the Doge. We didn't read the article, but so Tesla just announced that at their charging stations, you're going to be able to use Doge to pay, and then for their online, some of the things you can buy for the Tesla, whether it's merchandise, parts, some things, I believe you can use Doge for that as well. So.
See that's real utility.
More use cases for meme coins.
I like that one, man. As much crap as I talk about utility when it comes to meme coins, that's actually
Robin, we got a new person in the chat.
Lucy. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. You caught us on the back end. We're gonna be wrapping it up soon, but make sure you tune in. We go live 10:30 a.m. every day.
Subscribe and hit your notifications so you don't you'll get notified when we do our videos.
She says Victoria VR has crashed badly. I'm not familiar with Victoria VR. You know that one?
Nope.
Yeah, we'll take a peek at it. Now, what else we got? So yeah, what are you trying to scoop up here? What are you eyeballing there, David? So let's just say tomorrow. Say tomorrow the market goes down, and we're looking at a $32,000 Bitcoin, for example. What are you trying to accumulate? What projects are you looking to grab?
If so, I'll just give you my price targets, right? If it hits this target, I'm buying. So anything under 3,000 ETH, I will continue to dollar cost average in. Binance Coin, I'm looking at sub 350.
Newsflash: Ethereum's under 3,000.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. I just dollar cost average in. So, and I do it over 3K either. Too, but I'll buy larger chunks when it goes under 3K. Solana, I'm still staying away from that, even though a move up to 240 is a 3x, which it's gotten before. It got there 3-4 months ago, so that might not be a bad play. Avalanche is another one. Anything under $80, I'm always trying to scoop up some Avalanche. Cardano, I got a decent amount, but if it gets to that 88 cent, 85 cent, like Robin said, I'll definitely scoop up some more. And then Polkadot, I'm going to keep accumulating Polkadot. Staking it for 12% on Kraken, to me that's a no-brainer. And then another one is where did it go? Is a Phantom. So if you don't know what Phantom is, we did do a deep dive on Phantom. It came out really, really good. You guys should definitely go check that out. It's on our main page. I think Phantom has a chance to crack the top 8. And if it cracks the top 8, you're looking at at least a $20 billion market cap, which from here would be a 5x. 5x. So for a project that's in the top 50 to 5x, pretty safe as far as risk of losing money. You don't have to worry about that too much. Obviously, there's risk in everything, But Phantom is another good one. Anything under $2, I mean, in my opinion, you can't really go wrong. So
So
what about you, Rob?
I was taking a look at that VR from Victoria. So it's in the top. It's outside the top 200. So it's a smaller project. I'm not really looking to get any smaller projects in myself at this moment, but you know what? Great time to buy. I took a look at their website. It's a virtual reality platform, and they're powered by Unreal Engine. So Unreal Engine, but anybody can use Unreal Engine. So you can, if you're a developer, you can kind of use Unreal Engine. So it looks like they're using that. That one of the things that a lot of VR platforms are missing is that the graphics are kind of doo-doo. So if you've ever used like the Oculus Quest, for example, and when I say doo-doo, comparative to the standard consoles, the standard generation consoles, the graphics look pretty crispy. And you put that VR headset on in its current format, at least with the Oculus one, and majority of the games I've seen, pretty lackluster. So Unreal Engine, it's basically the software that they build video games on. Really clean looking. Some of the AAA games are being produced with the Unreal Engine. So kind of excited. I'll take a look into that. We always love hearing about what projects you're passionate about, even if it is something a little smaller. Now, James was talking about
VeChain.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on VeChain? Didn't you do
VeChain?
You did.
We did a deep dive on
right?
VeChain. We did a deep dive on VeChain. Make sure you guys go check that out too. But in short, VeChain is essentially for enterprises, for businesses. They're shaking up the supply chain industry. It's so many amazing features and things you can do with VeChain. One example is tracking products. So if you buy a bottle of wine, right, a super expensive bottle of wine, you can track from the moment the grapes were picked, how it was transported, how it was stored, where it is through the entire supply chain process and until it gets to your door. And that's literally just one of 50, 60 different use cases.
And they also put little QR codes on every little grape so you can scan them each one by one. The cool thing is, so I'm also not only am I a cryptocurrency expert, but I'm also a sommelier. So I do understand kind of the wine industry. And something cool about what VeChain is that they also have temperature little stickers that they put on the cases. So think of a case of wine. They put a little sticker on the outside. The sticker has basically a little thermometer on there, and it indicates basically just tells you if it goes over a certain temperature, it'll just change the color. And then when you go to scan it, when you receive it, you'll know if the temperature was in a danger zone. With wine, it can be very volatile, and you could apply this to anything in a supply chain. You can apply it to, think of it like a chicken breast. Just imagine if somebody was shipping your chicken breast and in the back of the truck, it got to 80 degrees and then they just didn't realize it and they just unloaded it and put it into the grocery store. And then lo and behold, you get this chicken breast and you got a tummy ache. Now, the same can be said with wine, with anything. So now you have basically throughout the supply chain, you can track and aggregate data. You can see who had it, where there are points of failures, and think about it. Every time there's a recall, when there's that salmonella in the spinach, for example, or the romaine lettuce, what do? They throw away all the lettuce in the country, basically. Am I right? Now, What if you could identify the exact source of the problem? What if you found the farm that it came from because you scanned the QR code, you found the truck that it came on, and you found all the stores that it's at? Instead of just saying, hey, if you got lettuce, throw it away. Like, we're in a different age, man. There's no need for that crap. We got the technology here, and VeChain's a great one. So I'm down with that.
I agree. And then last one before we sign off, Nick wants to know about Telcoin. So from my understanding, it's essentially a mobile app for payments, right? Sending money to and from. It's in the top 150. So definitely something that I would not be opposed to researching more about. But I briefly kind of skimmed through it. So that's just what I got. Robin, do you know anything about Telcoin?
No, I don't.
It's got a lot of big supply, 60 billion circulating right now. So
So James also
out of
said, "Why
100.
do you guys think crypto announcement is going to be bad news?" So I was just saying that I don't see any good news coming out of the executive order that Biden's gonna come out with. He's not gonna all of a sudden say Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is legal tender. And from what the buzz is that he's going to assign certain people, and he's going to request that certain branches of the government have oversight over cryptocurrency, and he's just going to try to like corral the different agencies to like figure this crap out. That's kind of what we're anticipating, and so I don't see any good coming out of it. But at the same time, he could announce he could announce the SEC is going to take control of this, and this, and it might not be favorable. So what I'm saying is that there's more chance that it's bad and very little to no chance that it ends up being favorable for crypto. But now when I was talking about maybe waking up tomorrow and crypto being way down, it's not from this executive order. It's from the fact that there is extreme fear and uncertainty when it comes to the global markets, and this is all in correlation to sanctions that are going to be dropped on Russia, which is a huge economic power that has a gigantic influence in the world economy, and you're basically just shutting off all the business with them. All the business from Russia to England to the EU and to America is all going to just stop. That's what they're trying to say. That's what they're saying. Now, whether or not it's to that severity, who knows? But that's basically what they're claiming. They're like, hey, we're going to drop some major game-changing sanctions. And that's why the markets are scared. And the narrative has just snowballed. So the last time Wall Street was open, it wasn't this bad. And it's gotten bigger and bigger. And I'm pretty sure in my own sentiment, Wall Street opens up tomorrow, there's going to be some huge dumps. And I'm not talking about the morning dump that your boy has.
You know what? You know what I was thinking about? Robin? And we'll finish off with this and end the show. With stock markets, you have the weekends and federal holidays where trading is closed. With crypto markets, it's 24 hours.
24/7, baby.
24. But here's the thing, though. Imagine if Biden came out Friday and said, "We believe Russia has made a decision; they're going to invade." Imagine that news came. That's no. Here's the scenario. I'm telling you. Okay. He said that on a Friday. Imagine he said that Monday. Now the investors have less than Jesus Christ, someone's at the door. Has less than a day to like get that information, wrap their head around it before they have to make decisions on whether to pull their money out or not. Now but on Friday when it happened, now they have 3 days to like calm their sentiment, to calm their emotions, and not make any rash decisions.
Yeah,
so that's all I gotta say.
I don't. Especially, it's been an extra long weekend too, so it's even one more day to let all this marinate. You got to think about all the people that have went into the weekend and just like, man, I need to hurry up and sell because this is not looking good. So you got a lot of people that are waiting for the markets to open to sell, and I think that's what's going to happen. And
we'll
I
see.
know
Maybe
I know Wall Street is not crypto, and they are not even. They don't even follow each other. They're not. I mean, like not to a T, but every single time you look at any huge movement in the stock market, whether it be straight down or straight up, I mean, think about it. In 2020, when Bitcoin hit $3,000, that was also the day that like the stock market took major L. That was when you could pick up Nvidia for pennies. That's when Apple's price was like basically 25% of what it is now. And so, if the markets have a sudden move tomorrow, so will crypto. So
So guys, this is the dog. So this is Zeus. Sorry, Zeus. Zeus, you're being loud. That's naughty, Zeus.
We want to see your lizard.
Oh, my Bitcoin. So we have a bearded dragon named Bitcoin. He's gold. Freaking amazing. I'm like,
You know what I want to know is why does your dog got a nicer hairstyle than you do, bro? You know?
Always. Lucy said, will it get worse? Probably. But here's what to remember, Lucy, is obviously no one likes losing money. But if pullbacks in the market and bear markets scare you, you're either over leveraged, have too much money invested, or you don't truly believe in what cryptocurrency can do. And if you want to learn more about, exactly. So if you want to learn more about it, come back. We do a live show every Monday through Friday. You can ask us questions, stay up to date on everything crypto, and have fun doing it. We're building a community here. We'd love for you to be a part of it. All right, that'll do it for our show today, my friends. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys had a great Monday. Let's see what tomorrow brings us. Hopefully, we'll see some green candles tomorrow.
Yeah,
either way, on behalf of myself, Robin,
20% chance of green skies comes into fruition, baby.
All right, my friends. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.